An unexpected question is shaking Hollywood tonight. Is Timothée Chalamet thinking about becoming a father? And if that future is real, is he imagining it with Kylie Jenner? Before we go deeper, make sure you subscribe, hit like, and drop your opinion in the comments right now. Do you see this relationship heading towards something permanent? Because what we're about to break down isn't just another celebrity rumor. It's a pattern of signals, subtle shifts, and carefully observed moments that are fueling one of the most searched topics in entertainment right now: Timothée Chalamet, fatherhood, and a future with Kylie Jenner. For years, Timothée Chalamet has been defined by prestige films, Oscar nominations, box office dominance, and unforgettable red carpet fashion. He built his image as an intense, artistic, deeply focused performer. Meanwhile, Kylie Jenner has evolved into a global beauty mogul, billionaire entrepreneur, and devoted mother of two. Two very different worlds. Two very different public personas. And yet, somehow, they collided and stayed consistent. At first, many doubted the relationship. Some called it unexpected. Others called it temporary. But time has a way of revealing truth. And instead of fading, their connection appears to have strengthened. Now here's where the conversation shifts. Over the past several months, observers have noticed a subtle but meaningful change in Timothée's demeanor. He seems increasingly comfortable in Kylie's family-centered environment. Not just appearing beside her at major public events, but blending into moments that feel personal, relaxed, and unscripted. Zoom in. There was a brief viral clip that sparked intense online discussion. In it, Timothée is seen interacting warmly and naturally with Kylie's children. No awkward distance. No performative gestures. His body language was open, soft, protective. It didn't look staged. And the internet immediately asked, is this just kindness, or is this readiness? Because here's the reality. Kylie Jenner is not just a celebrity girlfriend. She is a mother. Her life revolves around family. Any long-term partner would need to embrace that world completely. And the question many are asking now is simple: is Timothée Chalamet ready for that level of commitment? Let's slow down for a second. In past interviews, Timothée has spoken about love, meaning, and building a life beyond career success. At the time, those statements felt philosophical, abstract reflections from an introspective actor. But in today's context, fans are replaying those words with new interpretation. Was he already thinking about stability? About legacy? About family? Now accelerate. Sources close to the couple suggest that Timothée has become more intentional with his time. More selective with appearances. More protective in public settings involving Kylie. For someone at the peak of a global acting career, those adjustments are not small. They suggest priority shifts. And in Hollywood, priority shifts often signal serious emotional investment. Their public appearances, from music festivals to high-profile red carpets, no longer feel experimental. They feel steady, consistent, intentional. And then there's one detail that keeps resurfacing in entertainment circles: the word legacy. In a reportedly private conversation that later fueled industry whispers, Timothée was said to have reflected on what truly lasts beyond awards and fame. Legacy. It's a powerful word. In celebrity culture, it often points to more than artistic work. It hints at family, at lineage, at something deeper than public recognition. Was it casual conversation? Or a subtle indicator of future plans? Let's be clear. There has been no official confirmation that Timothée Chalamet wants children with Kylie Jenner. There has been no public announcement about engagement, marriage, or expanding a family. But when you analyze the accumulated signals, comfort around her children, emotional maturity, conversations about the future, visible prioritization, the narrative becomes harder to ignore. This story is compelling not because of gossip, but because of transformation. Timothée was once viewed as intensely private, almost elusive. Focused solely on craft. Guarded about his personal life. Now, we see glimpses of someone more grounded. Someone potentially open to domestic stability. Someone who may be imagining a life beyond the spotlight's intensity. And Kylie? She has already built a life centered around motherhood and business. If there were ever to be a partner stepping fully into that world, he would need to accept every dimension of it, public scrutiny included. So is fatherhood part of Timothée Chalamet's long-term vision? Is he quietly preparing for a chapter that redefines his identity from actor to family man? Or are fans projecting meaning onto moments that are simply affectionate and respectful? That uncertainty is exactly why the story refuses to fade. In Hollywood, relationships move fast, but genuine evolution reveals itself slowly. And right now, all signs suggest that this connection is deeper than many initially believed. Whether it leads to marriage, a growing family, or simply a meaningful partnership, one thing is clear: the narrative surrounding Timothée Chalamet and Kylie Jenner has shifted from curiosity to long-term possibility. And if fatherhood truly is on his mind, we may be witnessing the early formation of a legacy that extends far beyond cinema screens and beauty empires. What do you think? Are these signs strong enough to suggest a serious future together? Or is the world reading too much into subtle gestures? Drop your thoughts below, share this story, and stay tuned, because if history has taught us anything, it's that Hollywood's most unexpected chapters are often the ones that change everything. But here's where the narrative takes an even more intriguing turn. Because in Hollywood, relationships don't just evolve privately, they evolve under pressure. Cameras, headlines, social media scrutiny. Every glance is analyzed. Every movement is dissected. And despite that constant spotlight, Timothée Chalamet and Kylie Jenner have managed to maintain something rare: consistency without overexposure. That alone is significant. Insiders within entertainment circles have quietly pointed out that Timothée appears more grounded in recent months. Colleagues describe him as focused but calmer. There's a subtle shift in his interviews, less restless energy, more reflective tone. When questions about long-term life goals arise, he no longer deflects with humor as often. Instead, he pauses. He considers. He answers with depth. And that depth is what has fans reading between the lines. Because when a globally recognized actor at the height of his fame begins speaking about balance, meaning, and building something lasting, it sparks curiosity. Not speculation for the sake of drama, but curiosity about direction. Meanwhile, Kylie Jenner has also shown evolution. Her public persona has softened compared to earlier years. While still commanding a massive beauty empire, she now frequently emphasizes motherhood as her central identity. Her interviews focus more on growth, stability, and protecting her children from unnecessary exposure. So when these two trajectories intersect, the question becomes bigger than romance. It becomes about alignment. Fast forward. Industry observers have noted that Timothée has spent increased time in Los Angeles rather than constantly moving between international film sets. While this could easily be scheduling coincidence, timing matters in Hollywood. Especially when proximity aligns with a serious relationship. There's also the factor of maturity. Timothée Chalamet is no longer the emerging indie breakthrough actor. He is an established leading man. He has proven box office strength. He has critical respect. The hunger to prove himself has largely been satisfied. What often follows that phase in high-profile careers is a search for personal fulfillment beyond achievement. And fatherhood, for many public figures, represents exactly that shift. Pattern interrupt. Imagine the contrast. A future premiere. Flashbulbs. Designers. Global press. And beside him, not just a partner, but a family unit. It would completely redefine his public image. From enigmatic artist to devoted family man. From solitary performer to legacy builder. Is that a leap? Maybe. But cultural shifts among celebrities often happen quietly before they become obvious. There's another layer that deserves attention. Kylie Jenner's children are already accustomed to a life in the public eye. Any partner entering that dynamic must not only accept visibility, but actively protect stability. Observers have commented on Timothée's noticeably protective body language during certain public moments. He doesn't compete for the spotlight. He doesn't overperform for cameras. He blends in when necessary. That behavioral shift matters. Because historically, high-profile relationships collapse under ego imbalance. In this case, the dynamic appears measured, balanced, intentional. Now let's address the skepticism. There are critics who argue that Hollywood couples often appear serious before fading unexpectedly. That intense public fascination can create a narrative stronger than reality. And that is a fair perspective. However, longevity is measured in patterns, not headlines. And the pattern here suggests increasing integration rather than casual association. Sources familiar with entertainment negotiations have even suggested that Timothée's team has adjusted certain public scheduling considerations to maintain personal balance. That does not automatically equal fatherhood plans. But it does reflect prioritization. And prioritization is where the speculation grows louder. Because becoming a father is not an impulsive decision, especially under global scrutiny. It requires emotional readiness, lifestyle adjustment, and long-term commitment. Observers are now debating whether Timothée has entered that psychological phase. Interestingly, the discussion isn't fueled by scandal. There's no controversy pushing this narrative. Instead, it's fueled by calm consistency. And sometimes, stability creates louder speculation than chaos. Let's zoom out. If Timothée Chalamet were to publicly embrace fatherhood in the future, it would signal a broader transformation in his brand identity. Luxury fashion ambassador. Oscar-nominated actor. Cultural icon. And potentially, young father navigating fame responsibly. For Kylie Jenner, it would represent expansion of an already established family foundation. It would signal that her romantic life has aligned with her maternal priorities. But here's the critical point. Neither of them has rushed to control the narrative. No dramatic denials. No exaggerated confirmations. Just quiet presence. That silence creates space. And in that space, fans fill in possibilities. Another pattern interrupt. Consider the timing within Hollywood culture. Many A-list figures have chosen to redefine success beyond awards and revenue. Mental health. Family life. Intentional living. The industry itself is shifting. The glorification of non-stop hustle is slowly being replaced with conversations about fulfillment. Timothée's generation of actors is not identical to previous eras. They are more transparent about emotional depth, more open to redefining masculinity, more willing to prioritize personal life without apology. In that context, fatherhood would not be shocking. It would be aligned with generational change. Still, until words are spoken directly, everything remains possibility. And that's what keeps audiences engaged. Because we are not watching a tabloid explosion. We are watching subtle evolution. And subtle evolution often leads to the biggest transformations. The most compelling part of this entire narrative is not whether a baby announcement is imminent. It's whether Timothée Chalamet sees himself stepping into a permanent role within Kylie Jenner's existing family structure. That decision alone requires depth. It requires commitment not just to a partner, but to children, to responsibility, to permanence. And permanence is rare in Hollywood. Which is why the story holds weight. If future confirmations ever arrive, many will look back at this phase and recognize it as the transition period. The quiet chapter before the headline moment. The subtle recalibration before the public shift. Or perhaps, this will simply remain a relationship built on mutual respect without immediate expansion. Either way, something is undeniable. Timothée Chalamet no longer appears detached from the concept of long-term stability. And Kylie Jenner no longer appears interested in temporary connections. Two evolving identities. One increasingly serious partnership. Whether that partnership leads to fatherhood or not, the trajectory suggests depth, not distraction. And in Hollywood, depth is rare enough to notice. So the question remains open. Are we witnessing the early blueprint of a future family? Or are we simply observing two powerful figures navigating love on their own terms? The answer has not been declared. But the signals are strong enough to keep the world watching. And as always, when it comes to Hollywood's most unexpected chapters, the quietest moments often become the loudest headlines later. And now, the conversation enters an even more layered phase. Because beyond body language, beyond public appearances, beyond viral clips, there is something far more powerful driving this narrative: timing. Timing in Hollywood is everything. Careers peak. Images evolve. Public appetite shifts. And when personal milestones align with professional stability, that's often when life-altering decisions are made. Timothée Chalamet is at a crossroads few actors reach this early. He has critical acclaim, commercial success, cultural relevance, fashion influence. He is no longer fighting for validation, he has secured it. And when ambition settles into achievement, the mind begins to wander toward permanence. Permanent love. Permanent home. Permanent legacy. That word again. Legacy. In entertainment psychology, legacy is rarely about trophies. It's about what outlives fame. Children. Family. Emotional continuity. And when an artist begins using that vocabulary more frequently, analysts take notice. Meanwhile, Kylie Jenner is operating from a completely different, yet equally powerful, position. She has already experienced motherhood. She understands the emotional gravity of raising children under global scrutiny. She has built systems around privacy, security, and protection. For anyone entering that world, there is no halfway commitment. It's all or nothing. And that's where the tension builds. Because stepping into fatherhood with someone like Kylie Jenner is not simply a personal decision, it is a structural one. It reshapes daily life, travel schedules, career planning, public messaging, and long-term branding. Zoom in. Observers noticed something subtle during recent public sightings. Timothée's posture when walking slightly behind Kylie. Not overshadowed, but protective. Not performative, but present. It's a small detail, but experts in celebrity behavior often highlight micro-gestures as indicators of emotional investment. He doesn't look like a man casually dating a mogul. He looks like someone carefully navigating a serious bond. Pattern interrupt. Let's talk about risk. Fatherhood, especially in the public eye, is one of the most irreversible life choices. It anchors you. It ties your narrative to another human being permanently. For an actor whose mystique has been part of his appeal, that shift could either elevate his image or redefine it entirely. And yet, modern audiences increasingly admire grounded celebrities. Devoted fathers. Emotionally present partners. The era of distant male celebrity personas is fading. Authenticity sells. Stability resonates. If Timothée were to embrace fatherhood publicly, it wouldn't weaken his brand. It might humanize it. Now consider the media strategy. There has been no dramatic overexposure of their relationship. No coordinated magazine covers proclaiming destiny. No aggressive public displays designed to dominate headlines. Instead, their visibility appears measured, organic, controlled. That restraint is strategic. Because when couples rush publicity, it often signals insecurity. When they move quietly, it suggests confidence. And confidence often precedes long-term planning. Another layer to analyze is lifestyle compatibility. Timothée's career requires intense filming schedules across continents. Kylie's empire demands business oversight, product launches, and family prioritization. For a shared future to work, especially one involving children, coordination would be essential. Industry insiders speculate that conversations about logistical alignment have likely already occurred. You do not move deeper into a relationship involving children without discussing geography, privacy, and long-term stability. Those are not casual conversations. Those are foundational. Energy rises. Let's imagine the potential announcement scenario. No explosive reveal. No chaotic press conference. Instead, a carefully worded statement. Calm. Grateful. Focused on privacy and joy. The world would erupt instantly. Social media would fracture into celebration and disbelief. Headlines would redefine Timothée's identity overnight. From Hollywood's introspective heartthrob to actor preparing for fatherhood. That shift would dominate search engines for months. But here's the fascinating truth. The power of this narrative lies not in confirmation, but in possibility. Because possibility invites emotional investment. Fans project hopes. Critics analyze dynamics. Cultural commentators debate compatibility. And through it all, the couple remains largely silent. Silence amplifies curiosity. There is also generational context worth noting. Millennial and Gen Z public figures are redefining relationships. They value emotional intelligence, therapy language, open conversations about growth. If Timothée has indeed entered a phase where long-term family life feels meaningful, it aligns with broader cultural change. He would not be abandoning artistry. He would be expanding identity. And Kylie? She has already demonstrated that motherhood does not limit ambition. Her businesses continued thriving after becoming a parent. She reshaped her public image around empowerment and balance. Together, they represent a hybrid model of modern celebrity partnership, ambition plus family, fame plus grounding. Still, skepticism remains. Hollywood history is filled with couples who appeared solid before quietly dissolving. Intensity does not guarantee permanence. Public fascination can inflate significance. But again, patterns matter. The pattern here is duration without drama. Growth without scandal. Presence without chaos. That formula is rare. And rare stories attract attention. Another perspective to consider: emotional readiness. Fatherhood is not defined by age alone. It's defined by emotional depth, patience, long-term thinking. Observers of Timothée's recent interviews have highlighted a noticeable increase in introspection. He speaks less about proving himself and more about purpose. Purpose often precedes parenthood. Meanwhile, Kylie's life stage is already centered around nurturing. Any serious partner must accept integration into that structure, not modification of it. Which brings us to the central tension once more. Is Timothée Chalamet prepared not just to love Kylie Jenner, but to step fully into her world? That world includes responsibility, visibility, protection, emotional permanence. If the answer is yes, then fatherhood becomes a logical extension. If the answer is not yet, then the relationship may continue evolving without that immediate milestone. But evolution is happening. That much feels clear. The chemistry between them has matured from curiosity to comfort. From surprise to stability. From viral moment to sustained presence. And in celebrity culture, sustained presence speaks volumes. As of now, there is no official confirmation of pregnancy plans, engagement, or family expansion. There is only observation, behavioral shifts, lifestyle adjustments, emotional signals. Yet sometimes, the absence of denial is as powerful as announcement. Because if speculation were wildly inaccurate, swift dismissal would likely follow. Instead, there is composure. And composure suggests intention. So we remain in this charged pause. The quiet space before clarity. The anticipation before definition. Are we watching the early blueprint of Timothée Chalamet as a future father? Or are we witnessing two individuals simply navigating love privately while the world projects narrative onto them? The answer will eventually surface. It always does. Until then, the signals continue accumulating. Subtle, strategic, intriguing. And just when the conversation seems to settle into cautious speculation, another dimension quietly adds fuel to the fire: proximity to real-life domestic rhythms. Because there is a difference between dating a mother and participating in her world. Sources observing their movements over the past year suggest that Timothée is no longer orbiting Kylie's life from the outside. He appears integrated. Not permanently installed, not officially declared, but integrated enough to be present during everyday, low-profile moments. And in celebrity culture, everyday presence is far more telling than red carpet glamour. Red carpets are performance. Domestic proximity is reality. Slow the tempo. Imagine the shift required for someone whose identity has been built around film sets, late-night shoots, international premieres, and artistic immersion. Now place that person in a home environment structured around bedtime routines, school schedules, and protective parenting. That adjustment is not cosmetic. It's psychological. If Timothée were uncomfortable with that rhythm, cracks would likely show. Restlessness, distance, subtle withdrawal. Yet observers have not detected that pattern. Instead, what surfaces is calm. Calm is underrated in celebrity narratives. Calm suggests comfort. Comfort suggests alignment. Now raise the energy again. Another layer being discussed within entertainment strategy circles is long-term brand synergy. Not in a transactional sense, but in an identity sense. Timothée represents high fashion artistry, independent film credibility, and intellectual depth. Kylie represents entrepreneurial dominance, beauty empire leadership, and maternal strength. If these two archetypes were to permanently merge through marriage or children, it would create a new cultural symbol: modern power couple with artistic and business duality. That symbolism carries enormous influence. But it also carries pressure. Because once fatherhood enters the equation, privacy becomes exponentially more complex. The media attention would intensify. Paparazzi interest would spike. Every family outing would become headline material. For Timothée, who has historically guarded his inner life carefully, that transition would require deliberate acceptance. Which brings us to emotional readiness once more. Fatherhood is not just about desire. It is about tolerance for permanence. For vulnerability. For responsibility that cannot be paused between film projects. Observers who have tracked his career trajectory note a subtle deceleration in urgency. Not in productivity, but in tone. He seems less frantic to chase validation. More secure in his standing. When ambition relaxes, space opens for personal expansion. Pattern interrupt. Consider the psychological evolution of male celebrities in their late 20s and early 30s. The first half of that decade is often defined by identity formation and professional conquest. The second half begins asking deeper questions. Who am I outside my craft? What lasts beyond applause? Who do I come home to? Those questions naturally lead toward family contemplation. Meanwhile, Kylie's experience as a mother gives her a different vantage point. She has already navigated pregnancy under global attention. She understands the emotional stakes. If conversations about expanding her family were happening, they would not be impulsive. They would be calculated, protective, intentional. And that's the word echoing throughout this entire narrative. Intentional. Nothing about their public behavior feels chaotic. There are no erratic displays of affection designed to dominate headlines. There is no dramatic turbulence playing out publicly. Instead, there is measured visibility. Measured visibility is often a sign of seriousness. Because couples who view their connection as temporary tend to capitalize on maximum exposure. Couples considering permanence often reduce noise. Let's examine another detail that fuels curiosity. Timothée's relationship history prior to Kylie largely involved partners without children. Entering a relationship with a mother of two represents a significant evolution in life stage compatibility. It suggests willingness to embrace complexity rather than convenience. That alone is meaningful. Now imagine the private conversations that would logically follow. Discussions about schooling, about geographic stability, about co-parenting dynamics, about how much of family life remains public versus protected. These are not topics explored in light, casual dating phases. They are long-term architecture. And architecture implies blueprint. Energy builds. Entertainment analysts are beginning to phrase the question differently. It is no longer, are they dating? That phase is established. It is now, how serious is this? And more recently, is fatherhood part of the long-term picture? Search trends reflect that shift. Online curiosity increasingly centers on future